Throughout the history of filmmaking, it's the apes that have dominated the movies. These gorillas of all sizes and shapes have terrified moviegoers throughout the years. Black ones, white ones, big ones, little ones, funny ones, half-human ones, ferocious ones, and even a whole planet of gorillas have threatened audiences everywhere. In addition, their prehistoric cousins also got into the act. The T-Rex, the Triceratops, the Brontosaurus, and even fictitious dinosaurs like Rodan and Godzilla have thundered across the silver screen. Also joining in on the fun were huge ape-like fantasy creatures like those created by special effects artist Ray Harryhausen and others. But among the most fearsome and most remembered of all the giant monsters were King Kong, eighth wonder of the world, and Mighty Joe Young, king of all beasts. You'll see them and more in King Kong, Mighty Joe Young, and Friends.
Since the beginning of filmed entertainment, the driving forces behind story departments were constantly on the alert for a surefire menace that would guarantee to wrest Joe movie fan from the comfort of his plush seat, sending him away with squeamish thoughts of something lurking in the darkened corners of his home. For some unknown reason, they were forever picking on poor Gregory Gorilla, who was summoned to outmenace the real menace like Bela Lugosi, then face the hapless fate of being burned or shot at the end. Even the great Lon Chaney couldn't cope with the overabundance of monkey menace, which became as wearing as a nagging mother-in-law. And finally, someone at RKO Radio Pictures, who was fed up with the run-of-average monkey business, conjured up a hairy beast with glandular problems in the image of the behemoth King Kong. The exploits of this proselyted eighth wonder of the world established a whole new concept in the science fiction vein. The novelty of the picture jammed theaters with block-long waiting lines of paying patrons who witnessed the formatted fate of the unhappy Kong who was eliminated by Air Force bullets. Terry Moore and Mighty Joe Young were called to the rescue when interest in the mutant waned. But producers eventually returned to another old standard, the explosion of the atomic bomb. Then came the parade of crazy, mixed-up ants, grasshoppers, and other insects who, through reaction, radiation, or a simple rash, got too big for their britches and managed to scare the daylights out of those who were unable to carry the latest Marine Corps 2-ton XYZ super-scorching flamethrowers. This was a rather frantic cycle of pictures, which were fun for the younger set and fruitful for the producers of shows such as Godzilla, which starred Raymond Burr, and Rodan, whose atomic influence wreaked havoc of a spectacular nature with Tokyo real estate, but who could not escape the old-fashioned monkey fate of facing military bullets. But producers eventually returned to another old standard as they shed the dust of 160 million years and welcomed the boys from the big leagues of the past. And of course, the star reliever among these titans was good old Tyrannosaurus Rex, who managed to put up a whale of a scrap in a struggle to the death.
We're millionaires, boys. I'll share it with all of you. Why, in a few months, we'll be up in lights on Broadway. Come, the eighth wonder of the world!
Weird, wonderful, the stuff for which movies were made. Adventure, to make you wonder if it's true, the thrill of thrills. Don't miss it this time.
Believe it or not, there's a little calm. What?
A little... How little? Movie you've been waiting to see as John Ford and Miriam T. Cooper present Mighty Joe Young, whose sensational exploits will startle you, thrill you, electrify you with hair-raising excitement and suspense. See Mighty Joe Young as he savagely resists capture in his native Africa. Joe! See the most fantastic relationship between beast and beauty, a mere girl mastering a primitive giant. See Mighty Joe Young, enraged by Hollywood pranksters, destroy Filmland's swankiest nightclub on a fabulous Sunset Strip. Mighty Joe Young, the picture that's alive with the most sensational action thrills ever filmed. Mightier than King Kong, Mighty Joe Young.
No matter how old or young you are,
I'm that grandfather that's gonna make it happen.
Classic Gen X overachiever.
you can still become America's next Master Chef.
I'm a millennial. I'm not worried about a thing.
Gen Z, we have nothing to lose.
I feel like this dish is giving me a hug.
I don't usually cook with alcohol. I'm mostly drinking it.
Gen Z.
The big question is, which generation is going to win it all?
MasterChef Generations. Watch now on Tubi.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Things started off great, but once the new wore off,
They changed.
in the beginning, I got gifts like a phone.
And then next thing you know, it's like I'm invisible.
So I switched up and got me a new phone carrier.
Don't put up with wireless yada yada. Now with Metro, get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro.
You have an excellent warranty.
Warranty?
No, warranty.
Okay, gotta go.
You must have American Home Shield.
How'd you know?
I can tell your appliances and home systems are protected. Covered repairs and replacements are taken care of. Warranty never lies. Half off cookie dough!
American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
been looking high and low for a big car as good as a Volkswagen, maybe you should look into our big car, the Volkswagen 411. It has some things no Volkswagen ever had, like 4 big doors and lots of room and luxury for the whole family. It has some advanced things most cars don't have, like electronic fuel injection, an automatic preheating system, and a big trunk up front. But you don't have to be a genius to drive the 411 because it comes with an automatic transmission also as standard equipment. So now, there's a Volkswagen big enough for just about everyone. The Volkswagen 411 4-door sedan.
Captain, water in the conning tower.
Godzilla!
Roaring defiance to the only enemy on Earth strong enough to challenge him. The unconquerable King Kong, giant gorilla god of this South Seas paradise, where sensuous maidens offer themselves in ritual sacrifice to his brute embrace.
Godzilla has a brain about this size. He is sheer brute force. While Kong is a thinking animal. His brain is considerably larger, about 10 times the size of this gorilla's skull. Being instinctive rivals, there is no doubt that they will attempt to destroy one another.
King Kong versus Godzilla, heading for their colossal collision, shattering every obstacle that stands between them in the most fantastic rampage of annihilation ever recorded on film. See King Kong stamp Tokyo into the ground, holding a beautiful girl in his grasp. See Godzilla destroy an entire army. See King Kong trapped by the blazing barrier of 1 billion volts. But nothing, nobody can stop the great showdown when King Kong and Godzilla meet to fight for survival of the fittest.
King Kong, Mammoth, Behemoth, Goliath, King Kong escapes and meets his greatest foe, the Kong of Steel. A gargantuan duel, unmatched by any battle in history. Thundering 60-foot robot Kong of Steel, creation of the evil Doctor Who, criminal genius who stops at nothing. Kong, once again, dig! King Kong shakes the earth. King Kong fights for life against the copter squadron. 1,000 thrills as King Kong battles the serpent of Mondo Island.
No, this Kong!
Hits himself against a nation's armament. And plunges a beautiful girl into a world of terror. King Kong in a duel to the death.
I am your master. I have transformed you into a giant of great strength, and you must obey me.
This innocent-looking greenhouse is the secret workshop of Dr. Decker. These unusual foliages are insectivorous and carnivorous, man-devouring plants, and contain a rare chemical of growth of as yet unknown powers. Kunga, towering, terrorizing threat to civilization. Kunga, ever-growing man-made beast of immeasurable strength.
Let me go! Please, let me go!
I said let me down!
Help! There's a huge monster gorilla that's constantly growing to outlandish proportions, loose in the streets.
too soon, Princess. Why, your voyage has just begun.
No! Let me go, please!
Who's to hear you, Princess?
Please.
Now, quiet.
Please,
The master has planned a nice long voyage for you in honor of your birthday.
No!
Cormoran! Cormoran!
Look out!
Cormoran! 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 After them! Head them off! Bring them back! Head them off!
Ooh, fun. Yikes. The leaky refrigerator coil card. Is that bad? Oh, death! Death? Of an AC fan motor. Oh no. But your future is bright with an American Home Shield warranty to protect your covered appliances and home systems. Are there bees behind me?
My bees escaped.
Phil, we talked about this. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Fox Wednesdays. Gordon Ramsay.
You ready?
And Lisa Vanderpump.
Born ready.
Are searching for the next great food star.
It's the time for you to fight.
You're desperate to win, aren't you?
Wipe that smile off his face.
Food Stars, all new Wednesdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
Run for the rocks!
At least we're safe in here.
Not at high tide.
Yes, and that something's liable to catch up with us. I'm getting you to the beach first. Come on, keep going.
Look! Over there!
Come on. Get behind this rock. Down low.
Come travel with these four adventurous boys as they explore the past in an exciting expedition that takes them 300 million years back through the ages in their journey to the beginning of time. An extraordinary recreation of history, acclaimed by Dr. Edwin H. Colbert of the American Museum of Natural History as absolutely authentic. A thrilling and enlightening adventure story of the development of life on Earth.
Look out! They've seen us! Here they come! Watch out!
Why, that was close.
We didn't have to worry anyhow. It says here in my notes that they only eat fish.
Oh, sure. That's because they never tasted a boy before.
See the Stegosaurus, the Trachodon, the Brontosaurus, the Mammoth. All of them, and many other amazements of the past, come spectacularly alive in this fantastic film, Journey to the Beginning of Time.
Greatest moment of your lives. There it is, directly ahead. A body of land uplifted by volcanic eruption 100 million years ago.
Yes, you're heading out of this world by jet airliner, by hydroplane, by helicopter, into the wildest of all jungles, into the forbidding headwaters of the Amazon. With Michael Rennie, Jill St. John, David Hedison, Claude Rains, Fernando Lamas, and Frosty the Poodle, as they discover a primitive world exactly the way it was at the dawn of time, in the most fantastic of adventure stories.
For me, the story started 3 years ago when Burton White came to me. He told me of how in some Indian village out here in the jungle, he'd met a fever-stricken white man who babbled on about a plateau with monsters and diamonds.
Here is the most amazing of all possible worlds.
Johnny!
You'll see man-eating vines that lure their prey, spiders as tall as trees, hair-raising attack by prehistoric monsters, Battle of the Titans to the death. The most terrible creatures of destruction that ever walked the earth. You'll flee through grotesque underground mazes from cannibals who demand human sacrifice.
Sacrifice? The place they undoubtedly plan to kill you. No, not me, please, no!
You'll be among the first mortals to cross the graveyard of the damned. You'll scale the incredible wall of death. You'll face the terrors of the Cave of Fire, with its lake of molten lava, its fabulous pyramid of diamonds. And you'll be stunned by the horrifying 100-foot fire monster that guards a king's ransom in treasure.
Cavern of Unknown Horrors.
What's that noise?
I don't know. See, the only existing specimen of a spider, bigger than a human.
Man, I better find out what made this creature so big, and find out fast, or we're all going to be in pretty serious trouble.
For shocking, skin-crawling excitement, meet face to face 50 creeping... What is this black menace that kills everything it sees and hears? No human mind could imagine the enormous destructive power of this maddened, killing thing. If you're young people in love, look out. If you're driving a lonely road, you're as good as dead. A monster of such size and power and horrifying hatred of man.
Chaos and upheaval in a strange world. As a comet runs wild among the planets of the universe.
This catastrophe, whatever it was, has thrown the Earth into a new orbit.
No, this whole thing is unbelievable.
Challenged by furious forces of nature that defy explanation. A forgotten world of dark jungles, barren deserts, Stone Age mountains, and the Valley of the Dragon. The menace of cavemen, gorilla people, underground demons.
What kind of a nightmare world is this?
The Valley of the Dragons, where beast attacks beast, man fights man, and both battle each other. Prehistoric monsters out of the past bring new thrills in the Valley of the Dragons.
The airship XY-21, which crashed into the Mediterranean Sea on the 11th, was a single-stage, astral-propelled rocket launched 13 months ago from a site within the United States. The rocket, with its complement of 17 men, had landed on the planet Venus.
Venus?
The planet Venus? Some of you may also have heard the story of a monster now confined here in Rome Zoo. That beast is from Venus.
For those electric cables. Misericordia! Power's glowing.
Out.
Break in computer.
Hack.
You got it, guys.
25 words or less.
Are you okay? No, I'm not. This is stressful. Who invented this game?
It's non-stop nerve-wracking fun.
Opposite fruit?
Vegetables. Yo!
$30,000 for you in 3 days. Unbelievable.
Yes.
I'm John.
I'm Lucy.
And this is our TimberTech story. The best thing about TimberTech decking is the durability.
It's standing up to all of nature's elements and all of our family's elements.
The cooking, the dogs, the kids, we've had zero issues with it. The other thing, too, with us backing up to the farm, we wanted it to feel like it was real wood.
It looks
like the real thing.
We never had an outdoor space like that we could spend so much time on. It's an actual extension of our house.
Ooh, fun.
Yikes. The leaky refrigerator coil card. Is that bad? Oh, death! Death? Of an AC fan motor. Oh no. But your future is bright with an American Home Shield warranty to protect your covered appliances and home systems. Are there bees behind me?
My bees escaped.
Phil, we talked about this. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
In 1947, the Byrd expedition to the South Pole reported a warm water oasis deep inside the icy Antarctic. This is the story of another expedition and of what might be found, what might happen today in that remote, unexplored last frontier on Earth. Unchanged since prehistoric times, the land unknown. Could man have survived in the dinosaur age of mighty monsters? Shudder at history's most ferocious killer, Tyrannosaurus Rex. The battle of the great Stegosauri. Huge carnivorous man-eating plants. The incredible water monster, Elasmosaurus.
We'll never get out of here, Alan. Never, never, never.
Stop it, do you hear me? Stop it. This doesn't sound like you. We're not lit yet. That's how I rule. Where's the wreck? Talk. You're gonna rot here.
Of a deadly cosmic ray, the Earth is invaded by indestructible moon monsters. Their ghastly mission, death for all humans. What astounding technical developments are being made to protect mankind? Robot Monster brings you an actual preview of the devastating forces of our future. Unsuspected revelations of incredible horrors that will terrify you with their brutal reality.
There is no escape from me. Very well. I will recalculate. Your death will be indescribable. Fool humans, there is no escape.
Crashing into this world of horror, a beautiful woman and 3 adventurers dare to challenge the unknown in a land where life and love is ruled by the Lord of Nightmares, the Cyclops.
Susan, it's me, Russ. What happened? How did you get here?
It came toward me.
What came toward you?
The eye!
Yet their fate rests in the death-defying courage of a beautiful girl.
My name is Susan. Susan Winters.
Looking at her.
Can you hear me?
Here is nature gone mad, revealing an unbelievable world of terror. A world mastered by a monstrous mutation, the spawn of nuclear fury. Here is a weird, suspense-filled journey that hurtles you into the most frightening adventure the screen has ever shown.
The sacred Orangopoid.
There is an ancient legend.
Tell me.
There's a gorilla at large. He's in the aisles, in the balcony. He's everywhere. Get out of his way before it's too late. Gorilla at large, terror magnified 100-fold by the maze of mirrors.
All I know is a couple of gorillas around here, and one of them is a killer.
Like a mad gorilla, a killer with animal instincts that leads to violence and death.
Joey, we've got to be very careful.
Yeah. Do you think he'd try anything with the act on?
You saw how he tried to kill me.
Gorilla at Large, starring Cameron Mitchell, Anne Bancroft with Lee J. Cobb. Nothing like this ever came to you before in 3D and in Technicolor. Gorilla at Large, the most murderous, destructive beast man has ever seen. Gorilla at Large in 3D and color by Technicolor. Godzilla, king of the monsters, alive, surging up from the depths of the sea on a tidal wave of terror to wreak vengeance on mankind.
Godzilla, king of the monsters, it's alive.
A gigantic beast,
Stalking the earth, crushing all before it.
in a cyclonic cavalcade of electrifying horror.
Raging through the streets on a rampage of total destruction.
Godzilla, king of the monsters,
Incredible titan of terror.
wiping out a city of 6 million in a holocaust of flame.
Jet flames cannot destroy it.
Bombs cannot kill it.
All modern weapons fail.
Is this the end of our civilization?
Can the scientists of the world find a way to stop this creature?
For the answer, see Godzilla, king of the monsters.
You may wish to deny it, but your eyes tell you it's true.
A tale to stun the mind.
More fantastic than any ever written by Jules Verne.
More terrifying than any ever shown on the screen.
Awesome.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
A story beyond your wildest dreams.
Dynamic violence.
Savage action.
Spectacular thrills.
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Fantastic beyond comprehension.
Gripping beyond compare.
Astounding beyond belief.
The mightiest monster of them all.
See Godzilla, king of the monsters.
This is Dynamation. This is Dynamation. This is Dynamation. Dynamation will be brought to the screen for the first time in color with the release of Columbia Pictures' The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. Dynamation is a new process which utilizes new technical and scientific advances in electronics and color to open up vast new vistas in motion picture entertainment. Some of this demonstration film is being projected in color, some in black and white. But the feature picture itself is entirely in color. Anything the mind can conceive can now be brought to the screen. As for example, this scene from The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, in which the Princess Parisa, played by Catherine Grant, is reduced to doll size by the magician Sakura. The outflung arm of the sleeping princess actually shrinks before your eyes. This effect was achieved by taking the camera back slowly for 40 feet. To prevent the slightest movement of the arm, Catherine Grant was tied to a stake, remaining motionless and scarcely even breathing. The pillow on which the princess sleeps while the magician is shrinking her was 25 feet high and 40 feet wide. It occupied one full corner of a soundstage in Madrid, Spain, where most of the picture was filmed. The princess, originally life-size, was reduced by shooting from 70 feet away. Finally, the various components of the sequence were put together in the Technicolor optical printer in London. In Dynamation, producer Charles Schneer and special effects expert Ray Harryhausen have combined animation, normal human action, and trick photo effects in color. Principal actors like Kerwin Matthews, who plays Sinbad, Catherine Grant, Richard Eyre, the genie of the magic lamp, and Torrin Thatcher, the magician, are used in combination with three-dimensional figurines. The process has been years on the drawing boards and in actual testing with color film. In The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, you will see the two-headed roc of the Arabian Nights tales, a bird with the wingspread of a jet airliner. You will see it attack a shipload of sailors and carry Sinbad away in its talons. You will see a fight to a finish between a 50-foot Cyclops and a 100-foot dragon. You will see an astonishing sword fight between Sinbad and a skeleton which comes to life at the magician's bidding. Every movement in this sequence was carefully plotted in advance for insertion of the skeleton. Matthews, playing Sinbad, was coached by Italian Olympic fencing coach Enzo Greco in endless rehearsals, during which the fencing master stood in for the skeleton. Later, the actor had to pantomime his every move without his opponent. Then the skeleton was inserted via dynamation to match the movements of the fencing instructor. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad is the eighth wonder of the screen.
Let's get out of here.
Shoot it! That's the way through.
Twentieth Century Fox's Planet of the Apes, from the highly controversial novel by Pierre Boulle. Its premise: perhaps in other worlds, man is not the highest order of living things. It supposes the existence of a society in which the ape is the superior form of life and man the inferior. If the creation of a Planet of the Apes presented a formidable problem to the set designers, it offered an even greater challenge to the makeup department. A challenge unprecedented in scope to turn a large group of actors into apes, chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans. A challenge to producer Arthur Jacobs and director Franklin Schaffner to decide what the simians will look like, what modifications will best suit the probing eye of the camera. A collaboration between chemists and makeup artists, for the performers in ape roles had to denote emotions and to speak. Now the challenge becomes resolution. 200 makeup artists, headed by John Chambers, are ready to create multiple miracles in makeup. One of them will happen here. It is 8:30 a.m. In exactly 3 hours and 40 minutes, this actor will be transformed from human to simian. You will watch it happen.
When I was signed for the part to play one of the apes, I was shown some makeup sketches, and I must admit I had a certain amount of skepticism, which disappeared rapidly the moment they covered my face with this liquid goo to make an impression. What was happening here this morning was the culmination of more than a year's testing and experiment with special materials, paints, plastics, and adhesives developed in Dan Strepeck's makeup department. I was on my way to becoming an ape.
And when the chemists and the makeup men have finished their work, the ladies take over. I create a wig by hooking each individual hair to a gossamer thin piece of lace. And then the hairstylist blends the wig with the actor's own hair. Our ape actor friend gets more attention here than the most glamorous film star.
It is now 12:10. 3 hours and 40 minutes have passed,
and an ape is born. Heads for the wardrobe department and emerges in full simian splendor. Similarly, stars Maurice Evans, Kim Hunter, and Roddy McDowall have been transformed from humans to superintelligent simians. A planet of the apes, an ape town in which the evolutionary process has reversed itself. Impossible, you say? Fantastic, you believe? But why? Is not man constantly asking himself the question, is there in this vast uncharted universe some creature superior to man? And now the intriguing confrontation emerges. Man against ape. As Charlton Heston, in one of the few human roles in the film, faces his simian adversaries.
These animals are dirty. They stink.
This exhibit is indeed a man. Therefore, he has no rights under ape law.
The horizons of adventure are limitless. Why then should the motion picture screen not become the focal point of an idea never before put forth? A projection of what might be, a voyage to the unknown, a planet of the apes. Impossible, you say? Can you prove it?